Hi, everybody, and welcome back to the 25 Days of July Xekaj's Advent Maps series. This is podcast episode 8, part 3, and today we're going to be talking about map number 3 in the Advent series, Dancing Shadows. From Xekaj's thread again, the scintillating walls of this great cavern contain a treacherous path stretching over the gap. Careful footwork and aim are vital to survive, and one mistake can send you spiraling over the edge into oblivion. This map is of moderate difficulty, but can be beaten in under 15 minutes. Dancing Shadows is a large map that takes place over the void, in which you have to deal with Skelly Bros. Xekaj, your thoughts?
So the inspiration from this came from Amlep's, what was it?
Revenge of the Void?
Revenge of the Void, Null and Void.
I was hoping you would say that.
I've never really played with anything over the void, so this kind of was an opportunity for me to try that. So it really uses a lot of gimmicks with skeletons and kind of you're forced to analyze each little section to see how they'll spawn and when to run, when to not, because if you end up just facing the skeletons one-on-one, you're going to lose because you have no way of taking them out from a range, really.
Yeah.
And it's only a one-wide pathway in most parts. So it really just requires a lot of thinking on that part, which is what the map mainly goes for.
The intended completion on this one's a little more linear, so I don't think that needs to be discussed as much.
Yeah.
Yeah, like, you gotta go one way or another. There's no wood, so you're not gonna punch the ball, I don't think. Actually, you wouldn't be able to survive to get the line wall. You wouldn't be able to survive the fall.
Nope. I really liked the way 3-2 completed this one. I watched all of his LPs of this, and he used a really interesting system of doors and such to create himself a little blockade to give him some time, which I thought was kind of cool.
Doors.
I can't.
Doors.
Yeah, the
Fences.
Fences. That's what it was. Derp. I haven't watched the video for a couple of weeks, but yeah, he used the fences to create himself a nice blockade and get himself up in kind of a cheesy way, but definitely worked for him. I personally took on a more head-on approach. I just kind of ran forward, lit stuff up, and backed off.
Yeah.
And then punched things off as quickly as I could in between blows.
I tried to use my bow at first as much as possible.
Yeah. I really liked this one, but it was kind of frustrating every time he fell off because it felt like it was very much, fuck you skeletons sort of thing.
Yeah.
Especially now that we're in the 1.5 skeleton era. But I do like this map. I think I always enjoy well-designed void areas, and Amlep's one is definitely a personal favorite. So carrying that same feel over in this map is a very nice accomplishment.
Okay, that makes a lot of sense, actually. I'm not going to talk too much on Amlep's map and compare them, because, well,
yeah.
it's not.
It's Amlep.
Yeah, it's not the time or place.
Yep.
Or the Amleps. So, any other thoughts for this one?
Not really.
Yeah, this one's definitely one of the most linear ones. I really liked the way each of the skeleton spawners was placed in a very accessible but dangerous spot, so you had to put yourself into an element of danger and kind of rely on your luck and or timing of the spawner to kind of take it out and disable it at the time. I also really liked... It reminded me of Dormant Mines, even though this was before Dormant Mines. The way you used the levers to light bits up. I liked that quite a bit.
Yeah, I don't like that in Dormant Mines, but I do...
I feel like Dormant Mines is too large for it to be made use of as well.
Yeah, like, using me as a player, I don't like to complete the full area. I do like to just go in, but doing that doesn't always work. And with that area, I'm not going to take the time to place a lever and flip it.
Yeah, but since this one is such a lot more small and a lot more contained, I feel like it was executed very, very well.
I agree.
It gave us a very controlled flight scheme, and I thought that was very fun.
I do have to agree. This was my least favorite of the first 5, though. Just because I felt it didn't play like the others when it comes to how well it played. But that's just my opinion, obviously.
Personally, my My least favorite's a different one, but I'll talk about that when we get there.
I'm guessing I know which number it is, but
I think you know too. But yeah, I did very much like the feeling of this one. I thought it was a very strong void area, and something that could be very easily expanded on in a future map, or perhaps in sequential if you so chose.
Yep.
Yeah.
Okay, so is that all for today's episode?
I think that's all. We will talk to you guys tomorrow. Hope you enjoyed.
See ya.